Okay, the next movie that I want to make is the industrial military complex. A few things that I want to bring up, and I'll put a little bit of thought into it, but not too much. Where are you headed? So I'll go through all of them and then we'll go over them and have a bit of a talk. Next one, what are your worries? Next, what is your mission statement? You are a business, so why not change your direction? Do you want to be sustainable and last the duration of existence? If so, do you need to make a change? Next, can you work with me? I know everyone has a different need to know, so most of you are in the dark as to what everyone else is up to. You can make a change and you can make history. You need to have faith in me and listen. And most of all, have respect. Create a fake account and be friends with me. Let's work things out from there. So number one, where are you headed? We're in a world that things are changing. We've got great technology and people are waking up, and ETs are connecting more than ever with people. So you need to know that if you're in a business, and it's a business to make profit, because it is basically a business, a private business to make profit, do you want to change your mission statement so that you can keep on making money and you can change your direction? Most of what you've done and what you know will always remain private. So therefore, why worry if you change it? Because no one's going to find out anyway. What are your worries? So deep down, whether it's you that's viewing this as in the industrial military complex, or it's your boss that views it from you, is that I want this to be passed on to everyone in the industrial military complex to say, hey, what are your worries? What are you worrying about? Are you worrying about the lid being blown off if, say, Vladimir Putin comes out and discloses the ET topic? Or what is it? Is it that India discloses a free energy device? Or what are your worries? So just ponder about what are your worries? What is your mission statement? Do you, when you sign up to the industrial military complex, have a mission statement? Does everyone within each section, within the need to know, have a different mission statement? Just remember that with the movies that I've made, that you've got to have all A, no Z. That maybe you can influence your boss to change their opinion. But the only way you're going to do that is by wholeheartedly having their back and being sincere that you want and show that you think you know an idea or a way of being to get you, your organisation, out of this by changing it. You are a business, so why not change your direction? You are a business, so there's to make money, so maybe you could go and help me with the educational system. You could fund it, you could run it, and I'll be your advisor, and I could be the person that talks with it, and I'll get a wage, and I'll get like 10% or whatever, and then we'll work on things. And all the people that are worrying about wanting to have a holiday, they can have a holiday and everything works out. Do you want to be sustainable and last the duration of the existence, and do you need to make changes? So you got to look at it. Do you want to be, do you who's watching this right now, do you want to be in a job tomorrow, next year, the next 10 years, or after this? If I hadn't made this movie and you watched my other movies and then you got to a point and go, I don't want to work for these guys anymore, you know, this is just wrong. But it's like, no, hold in, stay strong, influence your boss, get your boss out for free, give them the ideas, inspire them, put your own initiative, go home, do your own writing pen to paper so no one or any other country gets to see. Make contact with ETs, do whatever you need to do. Inspire your boss, inspire them. That's what you need to do. Can you work with me? So the books that we've got here is Teaching for Understanding, scenario thinking, the power of positive thinking, and making money. All of these I can help you with. So do you want to work with me? Alright? Do you want to be sustainable? Do you still want to have a job? Have you got to yourself a certain stage that you go, well, I don't really believe in, I haven't done much homework to realise what my organisation does outside of my need to know, but I'm guessing on what's going on that I probably wouldn't be happy with it, and the reason why they haven't told me is because I'm a person that wouldn't be happy with it, so therefore they haven't told me. But stay strong, stay in there, and know that you can make a change. You need to believe in it yourself. You need to know how to deliver it. You need your boss to, you need to bring up things and trigger things for your boss to think that your boss thought of it themselves. That is when things are going to happen. I know everyone has a different need to know, so most of you are in the dark. That's it. How many of you actually know what everyone else is doing? You don't. So just know that there's some pretty crazy technology out there, and that I'm hoping by helping out that people in black projects can change their way, and we can give this technology to humanity, and we can be light years more advanced than what we are. Sorry about Facebook, let me just turn it off. You can make a change and make history. So don't get me wrong, you can make a change and you can make history. The history books are going to be something that, you know, like, yeah, you can make a difference and you can make history. So it depends on if you want to make history and whatever. Making history isn't working in the industrial military complex and going against your boss and going against everyone else with the fear of getting killed by spreading something or leaking information. By making history is by you going home, by you thinking about how to make your partner happy, or how much time you're spending on work compared to her, so then you make it up to her, and then you write out some notes and you write out about what you're about, what you want to do, what you could change. And you start just writing journals and you start doing it, and then you go out under the stars and you go, I can't make contact, maybe I'll do Martin's thing, I'll buy a bottle of wine, have a few wines, I'll buy my partner some flowers and she's in a really good mood, then I'll have a few wines, and then I'll make contact like I've done. You make contact, and you, when you see the ET appear, then you in your consciousness ask them what to do. And you use that as a guide for their giving you a visual response as to what's going on, and then you get advice from them and say, you know, Martin Lynch told me about this, and he thinks he's pretty high up there, and so far it's worked out, and I see a little UFO, and you know, whatever, and can you help me out? And you know, it's about the total mass of everything, and I want to be a part of history, and even if it's not going to be my name that's engraved in stone or in that plaque, that I want to know that what I did actually made history. So you need to have faith in me and listen. Most of all, you need respect. So you need to listen to me, you need to watch my movies, you need to write notes on my movies. You've got to experiment yourself and use your own initiative. You've got to use religious practices maybe every now and then, hint, to whatever that could be. And I'll leave you for that to have a bit of a ponder. Create a fake account and make friends with me. Let's work things out from there. So if you're in the industrial military complex, or you're with whatever, create a fake account. Watch my movies, obviously. The problem is here that whatever I do, it might be one person watches one movie, another person watches another movie, and by the end of it, they've got no real idea about it. So I want things to work out, and I want to make history, and I want to do it to be like I've done what Jesus did, but to make it happen and for it to be good is to do good without asking anything in return. And my daughter has been brought into the world, she's 13 weeks old, and I want her to be in the best place possible. So if you want to make something of yourself and you want to know that Martin is behind you, then just have faith in me and trust in me and know that I'm all these other people that get into conspiracies and get into this and that, they want to fucking like hang you, or they want to do this, they want to do that. I'm the opposite. I had my vent when I went off. I want to help you. I want to do what God would do. And Bill Gates said a quote, he said he'd always get someone who is lazy to do something because they'll do it the quickest way possible. I'm a lazy person, alright? I don't do that much around the house sometimes because I'm thinking of these big things. But guess what? I do this help and I work these things out. And I want the industrial military complex to be on my side and to work things out and say, where are you going? What are your worries? Do you think with this new change that's happening, where Vladimir Putin comes out and says that, you know, the ET presence or whatever, like, you want to be sustainable, alright? You don't know what your boss's mission statement is or what that person thinks or anything like that, but you want to stay in a job, alright? But at the same time, you want to have a reference. You want to say that at the end of this, that, okay, I've had enough doing what I'm doing. This is too much of my state of mind, my mental health, that I don't really agree with everything that I've had to deal with. It's a little bit too much, but I want to stay in there to make sure it works out. But I want to go into a different area. If you can help me out and you can work things out with me and you can do good, trust me, I will help you and I will work things out. I want to be the middleman. I want to be everyone's best friend that someone can go to when I talk to him, when I talk to Martin. He never tells anything to anyone else that he meets. He's honest, he's genuine, he treats me with respect, he tells me what I need to know and what is going on, and he's nice about it, and he'll give me advice if he needs to, but he's never going to share it with anyone else. He talks to all these other people are on his side. So therefore I say to people, no, don't be pissed off with this person, or don't hate that person, or don't do anything wrong to that person. So I become the middleman that sorts everything out. And all the ETs go, we like Martin because he said he doesn't want to rule. He says the human race wants to be about education. He said that we were not going to take any charge on if we've been experimented on. All these other things. He's done all this other stuff. And that is just how it's going to happen. Like, where do you see yourself going, alright? You know, like, you've got, like, people that can remote view, you've got people that, you know, you can take ET home in your spaceship faster than the speed of light. You've downed all these ETs. I want to make the ETs proud, I want to make my ancestors proud. You know, I want to make Australia proud. I want everyone in Australia in the national security go, fucking oath, Marty, you bloody beauty. You know, you've absolutely ticked all the boxes. You've fucking like excelled to the absolute maximum. You've got these people on board. You've got these people to think about their lives and to think about where they're going. You've said that you can help them out. You're giving them guidance. You're looking at the whole thing to what it is instead of saying, it's about me, I'm the fucking captain of all fucking, you know, whatever, and, you know, like, I'm going to rule and whatever, and I'm going to make all the money and I'm going to be a dictator. I'm not a dictator, but if I could dictate for a day, I'd put everything and systems in place to put it back to the people. So over and out, people. Industrial military complex, know that I want to help you. I want to help Vladimir Putin and Russia. I want to help China. I want to help Australia. But just know that if you're running projects that are mechanical, biological projects, that you're cloning people or you're doing this nasty stuff that's inhumane, there has to come to a point that you've got to stop it. And the only thing that I want to say to you is that I personally never find out what you've done, but the only bad thing that you or the people within that group that has to go through is when you comprehend the stuff that you've done wrong, you realise what it is to be a good person, and then you feel bad for it. But don't put up a guard to the grieving or the fear of feeling bad. You have to grieve, you have to cry, then you have to start doing good. So that is the only catch. I don't want to know about anything. I want to be friends with all the ETs, and I want to be there to represent Earth, and I want to say that I brought everything together. Because if our thoughts can change crystal, can create water droplets to become more uniform, become more symmetrical, more crystalline, more beautiful, and then I say I hate you. Well, that's the same concept of what the ETs think of our civilization. We're a joke. We're not connecting to them. When we connect to all of them is when we become supercharged and full of it, like full bore, absolutely going for it. We can work these things out ourselves, and we just need to know that Martin wants to do what God would do, and say there's no point someone dying that's bad for their bad energy not wanting to leave the earth. It's better to recorrect that person, get them to feel. For the ETs to come down and see that bad person and then see them cry, then the ET will see them cry and then probably see that they're a good person now, and then probably get over it and go, oh, well, I don't feel that good in myself now because I saw that person cry and I want to see that person cry, and they've done all this good and they've got all this money and they've made things happen. That's how it is. The key is you can have some idea how you want it to happen, but then after it's just do what God would do. So over and out in Industrial Military Complex, you are a business, you're a private business, you're there to make money. You may as well change it into education. So if you don't want to change your mission statement completely, influence the media to change their outlook and spend money in that. And then it will get to a certain stage that you want to stop importing cocaine, you want to stop importing opium, you want to stop stealing oil, and then you want to do some good. But I'm not putting it out there because there's no evidence. But you know, like, just know that life for me has been hard because I've tried to put all this in, but then I've had to realise what's going on, and there is no such thing as privacy. And you know, I want to make something of my life, and I'm not going to die for it like Martin Luther King or JFK. I'm going to stay alive. I'm going to see this out. I'm going to eventually get to a certain stage. You don't want to meet me, but you've done some good. But then it gets to a certain point that you go, I want to meet this guy. I want to just have a chat with this person. And we could become the best of friends. And I don't want to know what your past is. I don't want to know what you've done wrong. But if you want to know something and you come down to my level and we have a few drinks together, we have some dinner, we have a chat, we talk about, we go for a walk, and we whatever, and you bond with me and you like the person that I am and I like who you are, our connection will become together. And you won't even need to ask me what you wanted to ask me to start with. You will just know. So I'll leave you with that, and know that the more we dumb people down is the dumber we become. And these breakaway people like myself and other people are the ones to show us the way by saying that, you know, yeah. So what means most to you? And you don't want to die. Just say you do die. What you want to be known for, that morally you know that you've made or done. But even if you don't die and you live through it and you can see this new life and this new adventure, and you know that I helped Martin and I helped change my scenario, which helped Martin, which meant I was a part in Martin's scenario, which Martin helped me out to make this work out. And I'm saying this by not meaning that it's just all about me, but God, how many people out there want to help you? Oh yeah, how many people want to help you? Not many people. I'll make you money. I'll give you the power of positive thinking. I'll give you scenario thinking, and I'll give you teaching for understanding, and I'll give you a good old Buddha, because his depth was infinite. Do you know why? Because he never perceived himself to be a god, and everyone had the time of day for him. So act like Buddha. Do things like God would do, and just do it for everyone. Make sure you look after yourself and feel good in yourself when you do it. Peace.